For folks dreaming about home ownership in California, a brand new down payment assistance program just got launched this week and could allow you to borrow up to 20% towards a down payment or closing costs. And the best part is you don't pay monthly interest on that amount. This could be a game changer for some folks. Today, I want to walk you through the potential pros and cons of this loan type. I want to give you a starting off point to help you decide whether this might be a good fit for you. Let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica Monroe. I'm a realtor in the Bay Area and I specialize in Solano County. Before we dive into everything you need to know, I just want to preface this video by saying until you talk to a lender, you truly won't know whether you qualify and whether this program is right for you. So what is this loan? It's called the CalHFA Dream for All Shared Appreciation Loan. I know that's a mouthful, but ultimately it's a secondary loan that allows you to borrow up to 20% towards a down payment or your closing costs. This means that your first mortgage, your main mortgage, is likely going to be a lower amount, which means your monthly payment will be more affordable, and you do not have to pay monthly interest on this secondary loan. Now, it's important to understand that this loan differs from any other down payment assistance program because you have to share a portion of the appreciation your house has accrued when there's a triggering event. And I'll go into what that means in just a moment. So not only are you paying back in full the 20% down payment or closing cost loan, you're also going to be paying 20% of the equity you've gained in your home. Let's look at an example so you get a really clear understanding of what this may look like. Let's say that you're purchasing a house at $500,000 and you qualify for the down payment assistance loan. They're going to allow you to borrow $100,000 and apply that as a down payment. That means your main mortgage would be based off of $400,000. Let's say that you live in the property for 5 years and you decide that you've outgrown it, you need to upgrade, and your home's value has appreciated up to $640,000. Well, remember that it's a shared appreciation program, so that you're going to have to pay CalHFA back 20% of that appreciation or that equity. Homeowner now enjoys $112,000 in equity, and it pays out $28,000 back to CalHFA. Remember, you have to pay back the $100,000 in full plus the 20% appreciation, so that means $128,000 goes back to CalHFA. Now, if you make less than 80% of the area median income, then CalHFA would take closer to 15% of the appreciation gained as opposed to 20% for folks that make more than 80% of the area median income. So who may qualify for this loan type? You have to fit the Fed's definition of a first-time home buyer, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a first-time home buyer. This is either your first purchase, or if you have not purchased a house in the last 3 years and you have not lived in a property where your name has been on title for the last 3 years, then you too would be considered a first-time home buyer. Just keep in mind, anybody that's borrowing along with you has to also fit that definition. Next, the house that you're purchasing has to be your primary residence, and everybody on the loan has to be living in that house as a primary residence. You also have to meet conventional loan guidelines, which are a little more strict than FHA. So your FICO score needs to be around 680, and your debt to income ratio needs to be at or less than 45%. There are also income limits for qualifying. So you have to meet the CalHFA loan limits, and that's broken out by each county. For Solano County, that places us at $215,000. So all borrowers' income combined cannot exceed $215,000. One other requirement is that this loan type requires home buyer education courses, and you have to take 2 of them. The longest is a timed online 8-hour course educating you on home ownership, and the second is specific to the shared appreciation portion of this loan, so you understand everything that you're committing to. One really unique component about this loan is that you don't necessarily have to borrow up to 20% of the down payment. You could potentially do 15% down payment and allocate 5% towards closing costs. You may also be able to buy down the interest rate using some of this loan money. So it sounds really flexible. Again, talk to your lender about what you could truly do with the amount borrowed. Now, what are the potential cons of this loan program aside from having to share up to 20% of your appreciation? And by the way, CalHFA has placed a maximum amount that they're able to take. So they cannot exceed 2.5 times the original loan amount. CalHFA would not be able to exceed $250,000 as appreciation taken from your home equity. Another potential con is that there are triggering events that would make the entire amount you borrowed due plus the appreciation. And these events include selling your home, refinancing your home more than once. So you do have the ability to refinance one time during the duration of this loan. If you transfer title, so you transfer the title of your house into a trust or to a child, that is a triggering event that will make your full amount of that 20% that you borrowed due plus the appreciation. Another con is that this loan program is specific to what you can pair it with as a first mortgage. You have to utilize a CalHFA conventional first mortgage, and it doesn't pair up with all CalHFA loan programs. So it's really important to talk to a lender to make sure you would qualify under the guidelines for the first mortgage as well. Lastly, the state has set aside only a specific amount of money to fund these loans, and once it's out, there's no plans to replenish them. So if you feel that this down payment assistance program might be a good option for you, I would really encourage you to at least have a conversation with a lender to see if you may qualify. Because this is a brand new program that's launching this week, there are still some unanswered questions, such as what happens if you sell your house and your home has not appreciated and it's lost value? Do you have to pay back that 20% right away? Are you on a payment plan? I don't have the answers for you. Your lender may, and I'll continue to update in comments below as I have information available to me.